everything is fantastic in Vanessa's world at this particular moment in time. It's her birthday, although she's trying to keep that away from Kirin, who we know is 17. It's a little bit of an age gap because it's going to be Vanessa's 39th birthday. So she's just trying to keep it under wraps from him, but he finds out, of course he does, it's her birthday, and there's cards arriving left, right and centre. But the next day then he arranges the day off for her from work, and he takes her out for this brunch, and they go back to the house and they're having a bit of fun, shall we say, on the couch. And Kirin finds a lump in Vanessa's breast. So she goes upstairs and she checks herself out, she finds it herself, and then she goes back down to Kirin, having made the decision in her head, I'll just pretend everything's fine, it's a cyst, and deal with it without panicking him too much. So she goes off to tell Rona so that she can at least tell somebody. She goes to the doctors, who then says, yeah, I'll be sending you for tests. But then Rona actually, she persuades her that she's got to tell Kirin, you know, they're a couple, and she's just worried about how he's going to react, you know, because ultimately he's 17 and it's a big thing for anyone to deal with, but a 17-year-old lad. And she tells him, and he says, don't be so ridiculous, you know, of course I'll stand by you. But then, does he handle it that well?
As an actress, is it when you get told what's coming up for your character, i.e. this storyline,
Yeah.
do you sort of think, uh-oh, am I heading for the chop slowly with, you know, with the sort of potentially life-threatening illness?
Oh, well, I've just signed another year, so I'm not sure. But yeah, you never know. But you get told like a story like that, and the first thing that goes through your head is, wow, okay, yeah, brilliant. You know, the first thing you think is, I hope I do it justice, whatever I'm given, and you just make sure you do plenty of research. But yeah, it's you get excited by it, a storyline, yeah.
So let's talk about Kirin.
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 I think so many people pronounce it in so many different ways. I know, you watch Emmerdale, it's like Kirin.
It's been very on-off from the start. Where would you say the relationship is at now?
Well, the thing is, I think it was just before Christmas, it was the latter end of last year, and he told Vanessa that he loved her. She was very flattered, but she couldn't say it back, and she was very open and honest with him, and she just said, you know, I'm not there yet. The episodes that we're doing at the moment, when she finds out that, you know, she's got this lump, and when he's like, come on, you know, I'll be there for you, and she's that relieved in that instance, and she turns to him, and it's the first time that the viewers actually see Vanessa say, I love you, back to Kirin. So, you know, for Vanessa, they've come so far, and, you know, it's real and it's for keeps. But this huge thing, you know, that could be about to happen is a real tester for both of them.
So tell us about the research you've done for your health scare storyline.
Well, because I did a lot, obviously, myself online, as you do, and I had to film a scene where I was checking myself out, and I will say this, as a woman, I don't check myself as often as I should, and that is purely because I am scared in case I feel something that I shouldn't. But since doing the research, so more, you know, really looking into it, and because of the story, I started checking myself on a regular basis now. So I think when I was younger, I was early 20s, and I felt something that shouldn't have been there, and it absolutely freaked me out, and, you know, went to the doctors and everything. It turned out that it was nothing, thank goodness, it was fine. But I could draw on that, of how that shock and that, you know, the panic of what if.
As an actress, are you kind of quite excited to be part of the storyline that could potentially sort of send a good message out to the audience?
Oh my goodness, without a shadow of a doubt. And I think that's what Emmerdale's really good at, you know, and a lot of other the programmes that are out there, that, you know, when you get involved in stories like this, they deal with issues that do send out such, you know, fantastic, important messages. They really do, that hopefully are going to help people in one way or another.